Hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Chronicles. Today, we journeying back to ancient Babylon to uncover one of the most incredible stories of faith and courage ever told, the story of Daniel in the lioness den. Our story begins with King Darius, who had just appointed 120 officials to govern his vast kingdom. Above them, he placed 3 administrators, and the most distinguished among them was a man named Daniel. Daniel was so capable and had such an excellent spirit that the king planned to set him over the entire kingdom. Now, this didn't sit well with the other administrators and officials. They were consumed by jealousy. They tried to find some fault in Daniel's work, some mistake or corruption they could use against him. But they couldn't. Daniel was faithful, diligent, and completely trustworthy. There was no error or fault in him. Frustrated, his enemies realized they had only one option. They said to each other, "We will never find any basis for charges against this Daniel unless it has something to do with the law of his God." So they devised a wicked plan. They went as a group to King Darius and, using flattery, proposed a new law. They suggested the king sign a decree that for the next 30 days, anyone who prayed to any god or human being other than the king would be thrown into the den of lions. Blinded by his own ego and not suspecting their true motives, King Darius signed the decree. Under the law of the Medes and Persians, once an edict was signed by the king, it could not be repealed. The trap was set. When Daniel learned that the decree had been published, what do you think he did? Did he hide? Did he stop praying? No, he went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened toward Jerusalem. Just as he had always done, he got down on his knees 3 times a day and prayed, giving thanks to his God. He refused to let the fear of man stop him from honoring God. Of course, his enemies were watching. They spied on him, caught him in the act of praying, and rushed back to the king. "Daniel," they exclaimed, "is ignoring your decree. He's still praying to his God 3 times a day." When the king heard this, he was deeply distressed. He realized he had been tricked. He spent the rest of the day trying to find a way to rescue Daniel, but the law was unchangeable. As evening fell, they brought Daniel and cast him into the lion's den. The king, with a heavy heart, said to Daniel, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." A large stone was rolled over the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own ring. That night, the king couldn't eat or sleep. He was tormented with worry. At the first light of dawn, he rushed to the lion's den and called out in an anguished voice, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to rescue you from the lions?" And then a voice called back from the den. It was Daniel. "May the king live forever," he said. "My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight. Nor have I ever done any wrong before you, your majesty." The king was overjoyed. He ordered Daniel to be lifted out of the den, and not a single scratch was found on him, because he had trusted in his God. Then the king commanded that the men who had falsely accused Daniel be brought and thrown into the den, along with their families. Before they even reached the floor of the den, the lions overpowered them. After this incredible event, King Darius wrote a new decree for all the people of his kingdom. It declared that everyone must fear and reverence the God of Daniel, for he is the living God. The decree read, "And he endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on the earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." Daniel's story is a powerful testament to the strength that comes from unwavering faith. It teaches us that even when we face our own lion's den, trusting in God gives us a peace and a protection that the world cannot understand. Thank you for joining us on Kingdom Chronicles today. If this story inspired you, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next journey into history. See you next time.